Ah! Ah!
Guarding location nearby.
Get down. Come on, buddy. Come on. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. You ain't got nothing. You about to die now, buddy. You about to die. Stop running from it. Yeah. Ah. What is going on, my good people? This your man Zenithano. You watching RC Omega. Salute to all my division agents out there. Super excited about this one. I have my St. Elmo back, right? What I wanted to do to support my St. Elmo is create a control build. And what we're going to do is we're going to give the St. Elmo the ability to really breathe. So we increased our magazine size. On top of that, we're not going to even use our ammo. We're going to use ongoing directive. Turrets. We got a hive, 3-point formation. And then we're going to crank up our skill tiers as well. You follow me? Let's go. I don't know if you guys can notice the formation that I got going on right here. So point 1, I'm point 2, and that's point 3. That way they can't get behind me. That's the idea, to keep them from getting behind me. We pushing forward. All the damage is pushing forward. You follow me? Suppress him. And I don't got to move. He going to have to stand back up. And that, as soon as he do, what? Exactly. You got to prove your point. You got to prove your point, right, medic? Go save some lives. You're not saving nobody today. That went a little quick, so we'll do one more room. This room right here is filled out with people, so it should be a pretty good display. What we did with this, we filled out our critical hit damage, and our headshot damage is pretty much like perfectly matched at 90%. So we went 90 and 90. We're not worried about chance on this. And keep this in mind, I've said this before, but I know a lot of people really love the critical hit damage, and you know you have to rely on that chance. What we're looking at is how quick we actually drop the targets instead of the orange damage. I'm gonna get one on top of this. Yeah. I'm gonna put my hive this way and be in the middle. That should be good right there, and I'm right in the middle. Okay, boom. Look at the numbers. Just push them back, push them back. You see some orange in there. You see a lot of white. You see your blues. But look at how quick the targets are going down. That's my point. We got a big guy. You don't need to. It doesn't have to be crit. Crit will drop them quick, yes. But you don't have to focus on crit damage, bro. It's just not necessary. I want to get these rounds off on somebody else a little bit so I can land good shots. You know what I mean? Shock rounds on him. Upper body, headshot. Even with this guy. Here they come. Here they come. A nice like rainbow. You see your blues? Look, he just whites. There you go. A little bit of orange. There you go. There you go. Woo! I'm sorry. That was quick enough for me. Sorry if that was in your eardrums. That was quick enough for me.
Everybody, get to the atrium.
All right.
Saint's here.
Who now?
Hyena big shot. Real unpleasant.
Is he unpleasant?
Asshole.
Is he unpleasant, or is he going to be undead? Or, well, undead is not what we want to go with. We want it to be the other way. But anyway, all right, let's dive into this thing. 100 in the magazine on the St. Elmo is what we did. On the magazine, you know, we got that. You can look at how mine is rolled. My proficiency rank is 2, rank 2, right? Not a whole lot going on with mine. I need to do a lot of work with it. You can see my stability is up nice and high. Of course, my core attributes could be worked on. I'm excited about it because this thing is still hitting like a ton of bricks, and it's not even where I want it to be, right? So for you new guys, look, you could be looking just like this, and you saw this is at a rank 2. You saw how well this thing's just performed. Can you imagine what you're doing? These guys that got this thing like expertise level at like 20, you know what kind of damage these guys doing in the field? It's nuts. It's crazy. Especially if guys like that put a 100-round magazine. It's nuts. It's over with. Anyway, so let's go ahead and look at our talent right here. Right, we already know about the shock rounds for your St. Elmo. Right, you dump one clip, fill up your talent bar, and you're gonna get that 100, the return of 100 shock rounds, and that's what we use to drop that elite target right there. Right, so we got that going on. We partner that with the urban MDR, excuse me, And I decided to go with this one because of the stability on it. Now I have another rifle that can do the same thing, that's set up to do the same thing as this one with the Future Perfect, but this one with the stability is just perfect. So I decided to go with this one, right? If I want to overcharge my hive, you can overcharge with this build, right? Or you want to increase your skill tiers, you're going to do this. Now you're sitting perfectly comfortably at a 4. It takes 3 to overcharge, and you got 4. And that's the reason why I wanted to go with a 4 tier, right? So 4 tier, 3 kills with this, overcharge. And it's super easy to get them kills because we cranked up our headshot and our crit chance, right? So our crit damage, excuse me. Crit damage is at 90, and this one, I mean, come on, that's 90. 89%, are we really counting that? Are we counting that 90.4? That's 90. It's 90-90, that's what it is, right? So we got 10% on the crit chance. We're not worried about it, as you saw. I mean, yes, you could probably drop a guy a little bit faster if you cranked up your crit chance, but as you saw, I think that was effective. I think this is efficient, right? We did our 3-point, and again, it's all about your formation as well. We did our 3-point, right? We had our hive on one side. We had our turret on the other side, and we sat right in the middle, 3-point triangle formation. Michael Jordan, right? And there's a reason why he got one of them championships. Yeah, you follow me? 3-point formation, the triangle formation. You follow me? So, you know, that's something that I got from Michael Jordan. Yeah, the offense, the triangle offense, right? So, but anyway, triangle formation, control the room, right? And then we saved our big target for last. He was coming straight for me. Everything else ate everybody else, and I kind of assisted with the skills, right? So you want a decent amount of skill damage. Skill damage is not through the roof, but as you can see, it's almost at 700K at a 4 tier, right? So if we put a TDI in our hand, if we were using a TDI, that would crank it up just by another skill tier, and you would see that, I mean, it would be over 700K. So at a 4, for a 4 tier to be doing 600, almost 685K, almost 700K, that's a good hive. That's some good skill damage. You follow me? So we got that going on, and again, we're cranking up our skill damage with this MDR, right? To top all of that off, to add to the gumbo, if you will, ongoing directive, right? So this is technically an ongoing directive build. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to, with the St. Elmo, you got to let it breathe. I want to have hollow point rounds going into my next magazine. You follow me? So I'm not running out of ammo because I'm going to be firing this AR all day. That's all I'm going to do. That's the whole. That's what you got to do with it. You got to keep dumping the magazines. So if I'm going to be dumping magazines, I want rounds coming back to me that's not my own rounds, and that's ongoing directive, right? So that's what we decided to do with that. Rules of engagement, right? That's going to increase your weapon damage as well by 20% on a bleed, right? So that's beautiful as well. You're causing a status effect. So it's 2 status effects that you're causing. You're shocking and shock bleed. I mean, you're electrocuting the guy and bleeding him at the same time. That's just horrible. It's just horrible. You know, you don't have to be. That's just overkill. It's brutal. Let's look at our attributes. We got status effect here, a little crit damage on that one. Right here, these attributes don't really matter, except for the 11.1 on the crit damage. We're not using a repair skill. Health, whatever. We don't really care about the 18,000. You follow me? But we got the Brazo chest plate with the unbreakable recalibrated on there. I'll show you that real quick, that it's been recalibrated on there. I decided to do that because I wanted that 50 to the magazine, because I'm going to use the Procaro's holster, right? So we got skill damage on this one, 15 weapon damage, of course, 170 on the armor core, right? And then, of course, we get an extra skill tier because we're using the chest plate and the ninja backpack. Those, you know, it gets you a full Brazo, basically, right? So you got that. Over here, what we got is a skill damage on that glove. And down here, we got, I think it's an armor regen. Yeah, armor regen down here. Just a little bit, tiny bit of armor regen. It would be great if this was an armor regen, but of course, it's a health. Ongoing directive, did we look at this one up here? Yeah, we got the 9.5 on the status effect, and we put it all together like a beautiful gumbo. Right here, 4 tier again, we looked at this hive, and then our turret is hitting at, the damage level is 68K, right? And PvP would be 17 if you was doing this in PvP. Duration is 216 seconds. Cooldown is only 19.7. Not bad if you ask me, especially for a turret, right? Turret is great because you know that turret is going to distract them and really help you control the room. If people start focused on trying to get that turret placement is essential though. As we saw, my turret was placed perfectly on that little shop, on that little laundry cart over there. I think I placed that perfectly. And then my hive on the other side of the little washing machines, and I'm straight down the middle. Triangle formation. I'm telling you, it works every time. You can clear out just about any room if you can set up their formation perfectly, because they're gonna run away from that hive, and then they're trying to, you know, destroy the turret. They're having a hard time doing that, and you right down the middle with 100 rounds of shock ammo. It's over. The room is done. That's a one-man army. You follow me? That's a one-man army right there. So you gotta love it. And if you want to crank up your skill damage just a little bit more, we didn't really look at this. You got the Maxim, right? With 25% boost to the skill damage for 15 seconds. No cooldown. For real quick though, can we give the Maxim its flowers? Because I never talk about the Maxim, but you know, the TDI is the pistol that I normally use to give you an extra skill tier. The cool thing about the Maxim is it technically does the same thing. All you have to do is land a headshot. Now, with the TDI, all you got to do is hold it in your hand. You don't even have to land a shot, and you get an extra skill tier. But with this one, you do know that each skill tier goes up by 20%, right? This is giving you 25 just by landing a headshot. You don't have to kill them, just land the headshot and let the skill do the work, you know, boost your skill that's already active. You follow me? I absolutely love it, man. Got to give that Maxim its flowers. Got to give the Maxim its flowers. What are we doing right here? We checking out how I'm looking? I don't know what I was doing right here. I'll probably, you know, one thing I should mention before we get out of here is Resident Evil. I'll put a video together, kind of get more in detail with it. But you know, the Resident Evil 25th anniversary Resident Evil content, or the apparel, if you will, being removed permanently. Right when you log on, you'll see that. And what does that mean for the Division 2? Are we seeing the end days for the Division 2? We don't have a release date for Division 3. So if we're seeing Resident Evil 25th anniversary content leaving, and we've been seeing trash exotics and gear lately, it's like we're on a downslope. What does this mean? Are we seeing the last days of the Division 2 is the question, right? And that's what I'm concerned about. Hopefully that's not the case. It's possible. And it may not be bad news. Maybe we're seeing the last days of Division 2 because Division 3 is going to be released. But when? Typically, you will have a release date. This is kind of an early end days, if you will, for the Division 2, if that's what we're seeing. I think it's kind of early for end of days of Division 2 without having a confirmed release date for Division 3. I am concerned because we've seen Ubisoft drop the ball on Watch Dogs, on Splinter Cell. They make phenomenal games. Can I say it? Dare I say that Watch Dogs would obliterate GTA if they kept feeding that magnificent art that Watch Dogs Legion and Watch Dogs was 1 and 2. Was it 2? 1 and 2, or was Legions 2? I'm not sure. I came in late, but I ended up getting into the game on Legions. But Watch Dogs Legion is just phenomenal. If you feed that art, that would have been a beautiful symphony. But they dropped the ball on it. I am just hoping that we're not here in real time witnessing the ball being dropped for the Division 2. That's what I'm concerned about. What's really going on in them offices right now? What's happening? What are you not telling us? That's what I'm concerned about. Listen, with all that said, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. I will see you guys in the next video. You know? Hey, listen, if they are dropping the ball, I'm still going to be around, man. It's just a phenomenal... I just can't say no. It's a great game, man. This thing could just... It could really obliterate all of the competition. I mean, it really could. They could shut Call of Duty down. Not that you have to shut down other games. Everybody can exist in the same space. The point that I'm making is they could be a real contender, right, for games like GTA Online and games like Call of Duty Mobile, if they just feed it. You feed it and let that art grow. Let it become the orchestra, the symphony that it should be. Division 2 is phenomenal. I really would love to see the game continue to grow, but who knows what's happening right now? We don't know. We'll find out. But until next time, I will see you guys. I'm in the wind. Peace. Salute to all my Division agents. Let's get it. Not again.
RCO nigga.
Trappy in my little web.
OP Mark 2s and RPGs for you fellas. Straight through here, take two.
You watching 3.
RC Omega.
Don't you run from me.
RC Omega.
When you sign up to be an NPC in the Division 2 in real life, you should have went to Roblox. Here's how not to enter the dark zone. You watching
RC Omega.
Hilo almost at extraction zone.